guys, today I'm going to tell you a story about something that happened to me over winter vacation. I don't like that word vacation, but I guess it was. Well, anyways, I'm going to tell you a story about the time my house was broken into. So I was up very late one night, like so late that it was early. It was about 4 in the morning, and I was still up with the lights in my room on watching YouTube, and I decided that I should probably go to bed. However, something inside me was telling me not to go to bed. So I turned all the lights off to make it look like I was in bed in case like my dad woke up or something. But I continued staying up watching YouTube videos because that's my life. And I was laying in bed with my headphones in, watching, I think, a Joey Graceffa video, so all of a sudden I heard something like that wasn't coming from my headphones, kind of like a talking sound, like somebody was talking but like far away. I totally forgot to mention that I also heard some banging around downstairs that I thought was my dad getting up, and that was another reason that I was going to put my stuff away. I'm going to talk about that next. Sorry. So I paused the video, took out a headphone and listened, and there was somebody definitely talking like outside my house. And it's normal for me to hear talking outside of my window, but I looked at the clock. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. It was not normal to hear somebody talking at this time. So I was like, okay, that's odd. All of a sudden I heard knocking on my front door, and I was like, oh my gosh, what do these people want? My dog started barking a little bit because she barks when people knock at the front door, but I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I guess that's a signal for me to go to bed. I need to put my iPad away and try to get a little bit of sleep before I have to get up the next day. But they continued knocking, and it started turning from like a normal knock to like a bang, 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 bang knock, you know? And it was like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, why do they want my attention this early in the morning? Like, literally, who are you? Go away. So I peeked out my window, which was right behind my bed, so I didn't have to get out of bed or anything. I peeked out my window, and I could see like a shadow on my front porch, but I couldn't see to the front porch because of the way the window angle was or whatever. So I was like, I can't see who's there. This is so weird. So I got up to see, like, should I go to the door? Should I be like, what do you want? So I got up. I was walking to my door, like my bedroom door, which is upstairs. Halfway there, I guess, it started sounding like whoever was at the door was like body slamming into the door, like they were trying to get it open. And so my heart started pounding. I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do at this point? Like, oh. So my house is set up where when you come out of my room, you turn and you're looking down the stairs at the front door. So I was very close to the front door. So I went to my door, peeked around to look down the stairs, and I could see the door frame like cracking, and the door was like, it had cracks in it and pieces were coming off, and I was freaking out. So there was like a pause in the banging. My dog was going insane, by the way. There was a pause in the banging, so I thought they were like going away, so I was going to go to my parents' room. About halfway across, it's not very far, but about halfway to their door, the banging started, but like even harder again. So I burst into my parents' room, and I said, probably sounding insane, there's somebody knocking on the door and I think they're trying to break in, or something like that. And so both my parents have sleep apnea, so they wear sleep masks. Both of them, especially my dad, flew out of bed. I don't know how he took his sleep mask off so fast, but he flew out of the bed, pushed past me, and was running down the stairs. So he was running down the stairs. Me and my mom went to the doorway to look down, and right as my dad was halfway down the stairs, the door burst open. And there was just a man standing in our foyer, and I swear my dad sounded like a demon, but he screamed, get out! Like, get out of my house! And I'm pretty sure I said a bad word. I don't really know, but like, I would have too. So My mom, as soon as she saw that a guy was in our house, she turned and ran back into her room, grabbed her cell phone, and went into the bathroom and shut the door. And she was calling the police. I don't know what I was going to do, but I started following my dad down the stairs, like, gonna attack the guy. I don't really know what I was planning, but that's what I was doing. And then, so the guy was like, he threw up his hands and was like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm just looking for my daughter Kayla, and I don't know where she is." And my dad was like, "I don't care who you're looking for. You're scaring my daughter. Get out of my house." The guy was like, "I'm sorry, I'm just looking for my daughter." And then he like looked up the stairs, kind of like leaned down, but no, I still couldn't see his face exactly. And screamed, "Kayla," as if you were like calling for somebody, and like that kind of freaked me out. And my dad like started trying to climb over the baby gate we have at the bottom of the stairs to keep the dog downstairs, and the man was like, "I'm sorry, man," and like just left. My dad went to close the door, and it like wouldn't close because of how damaged it was, and he asked me to go get him something, so I went to go get it, and I told my mom that the guy had left, and she was on the phone crying with 911. And then so we went downstairs. The police arrived like 2 minutes later. They were not long at all. They were very quick. We had a lot of cars show up, and we pointed them in the direction that the guy went. He just kind of walked away. He didn't even run, but the police still couldn't like catch up to him or anything. So my dad wears glasses, and he obviously didn't have his glasses on when he got up, so he couldn't see the guy's face exactly. And I was at the top of the stairs, so his face was obscured from view because of the ceiling and stuff. So nobody really saw his face very well. Like, my dad thought he was a white man with a black hoodie on, and I thought it was a black man with a gray hoodie on. So like, it's just really don't know what the guy looked like or anything. And I don't know what he was doing in my house, but yeah, he burst into my house at 5 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, and let's just say I did not sleep that night. So, and I only saw one man, like only one man came into the house, but I heard talking outside, and I don't know if he was talking to himself or if he had a friend and his friend ran off when he heard my dad yelling, or like what was going on. And I don't know if he was actually looking for his daughter named Kayla, or if he was trying to steal things, or if he had like even more ill intentions than that. I don't really know what he was doing or who he was, and the police didn't find him, and as far as I know they still haven't found him. This happened several months ago now. So it was just really scary, and I'm really thankful that I was awake. I think that what told me to stay awake at 4 o'clock in the morning when I said I had a feeling that I shouldn't go to sleep, I really think that was God protecting my family to have me awake. And my dog Mercy barked so loud and was so frightened that I'm glad that she has the thing where she was barking, and that I was there because I'm not always home because I'm away at college, and that my dad was there. He was planning on going hunting. And my brother slept right through it, so he would have been no help, and it would have been just my mom, and that's really scary to think about. And so now we have like an alarm system and security cameras and all kinds of crazy things. I have pepper spray now, so I'm very protected. Don't come at me because I will get you. I'm pretty sure I remember all the details correctly because I was awake. It was so traumatizing that I'm pretty sure I'll never forget. And if I do, I have this video now. But you never think that it can happen until it happens to you. And I'm just glad that me and my dad were there because we really like protected, and we could have not been there because we're not always there at that time of day. It was just really scary. So make sure you guys stay safe. Lock your doors at night. Get double doors. Get steel thingies. Get the thingy that where you bang on it, it won't cave in. All the things to protect you, your family, everyone. Like, just please stay safe, you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed it, I guess. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, or it will be a circle around here, I think, of my face. And make sure you hit the little bell to get notifications for whenever I upload a video so that you won't miss it. And I think that is all. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Have a great morning, and if I don't see you later, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.